Hey bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me, and today we are making a very simple to make essential oil headache eraser. So this is one of the most popular recipes on my blog and has been for quite a few years, and it's a really easy one to make. I've actually tried filming it at a slightly different angle, so it makes more sense to sort of film this sort of thing head on, otherwise you'd just be seeing like a ton of little bottles of essential oils from the top. So this is based off of, sort of inspired by a product sold by a Canadian brand that specializes in a lot of essential oil products. Theirs is at 100% essential oil concentration, and that made me a little nervous, so mine is at 50, but you are certainly more than welcome to continue to dilute it. So mine is diluted in Perfumery alcohol, which is a high-proof alcohol with some added solvents to help dissolve the essential oils, and those are of course skin-safe solvents because it's Perfumery alcohol. But I know this can be hard to get your hands on, especially if you are in the States. So feel free to use a lightweight carrier oil instead. So something like hazelnut oil or fractionated coconut oil are both really light and awesome choices. The bulk of this blend is peppermint, which is really lovely, especially when you have a headache, because as you sort of roll the roller over your crown here, give yourself a little essential oil tiara, it feels cool and wonderful, and it's like a little essential oil sort of ice pack. It helps distract you and also does help relieve pain. We've also got some other great things in there, like some lavender, which is calming, and some rosemary and some vetiver, just a touch though, so you don't smell like a barbecue. It's a great blend, but there's also a lot of room for you to customize it if you want. If you want to customize this blend of essential oils, be sure to check out the links in the description box below, where I have a link to a guide on essential oil substitutions, which will help you sort of make judgment calls based on like, oh, I don't have this, but what can I use instead? So it'll help you figure out, why you might choose one thing instead of another when making a substitution. And I'll also include a link to the original copy of this recipe on my blog so you can read through the comments and see what other people did, because they have loads of awesome ideas. Essential oil rollers might be about the easiest thing that you can make. It's really just sort of count a bunch of drops into a little container and then like put a lid on it. And so yeah, come on, let's get started. So this is a really simple one to put together. We've got our 7 essential oils here. I have a little 5 milliliter roller bottle here. So this is the bottle, and we have a little roller top attachment lid that fits into there, very dropping prone. And we have our cap. So we're going to start with our peppermint essential oils. We're going to need 20 drops of that. Up next, we'll need some eucalyptus globulus. So we're going to do about 17 drops of this. And then cajeput, so we need 15. Rosemary, 10. 5 drops of Roman Chamomile. 10 drops of lavender. And then we're doing 1 drop of Helichrysum, and this is diluted, so this is only 20% in jojoba oil. And I do make my own dilutions because it is quite a lot cheaper to do that, only if, of course, you can actually afford the parent oil. So I think, you can buy about $30 worth of Helichrysum. It's about 5 milliliters, and then dilute it down. Which ends up being a much better deal. But obviously with something like rose, you're probably not looking to invest $300 and dilute that yourself, so a dilution is a good choice there. We have some vetiver here, but this is a very sticky lid, so let's get some backup here. So this stuff is really potent and smells really smoky, so even a full drop would be way too much. So I'm just gonna take a toothpick here and kind of do a little bit of that, and you can see I've just got the littlest bit of color there. And then we'll give that a little stir in there. And that's it. So when I say toothpick swirl in a recipe, that's what I mean. So done with that toothpick, and discard that. And now we're going to top this off. So there's a couple different options for topping it off. I'm using Perfumery alcohol, which is a high-proof alcohol that has some added sort of mild solvents to help dissolve essential oils. But you could use a carrier oil as well. So I've just got a little pipette here. If you wanted to make a milder version of this, you could make it using a 10 milliliter roller bottle instead of a 5 milliliter roller bottle. And then you would obviously have more room for the diluting fluid. So pop that in there, give that a wee shake, and that's about it. Depending on if you use just a high proof alcohol like rubbing alcohol and not perfumery alcohol, it can take a little while for the essential oils to dissolve. And if your alcohol is not very high proof, like if it's only maybe 60% or lower, it's probably not ever going to dissolve fully, so you'll have to give it a wee shake before you use it. But yeah, there you are. That is a little DIY essential oil headache eraser. Now, definitely don't use this on kids because it does have a very high concentration of essential oils, and do exercise caution when using it on yourself. Obviously, if you notice any irritation, discontinue use or dilute it to a higher level. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.